This video is protected by the Fair Use Act of 1976, the Treaty of Peace and Friendship of 1787, Title 18, 8 U.S.C. 1, 3, 2, 4, the Treaty of Madrid 1880, UCC 1-308, and Article 6 of the Constitution of the United States of America Corporational Company.
Islam. Peace and grand rising. All rise and stand, and remain standing into perpetuity, so that you can hear and obey the commands from the living sovereign Moorish American, Al-Moroccan, national states, national justices. This is the sovereign living Article 3 Moorish American, Al-Moroccan, consular court action. We are the sovereign living justices, and I am Onawa Ehawee Bey, ex-relation Montina Long, in capitis diminutio nolo, in red ink, in all lowercase letters, and propria persona sui juris, and proprio solo, and en proprio hare des, at this time, and at all points in time. We are autochthonous aboriginal indigenous sovereign Moorish Al-Moroccan nationals, and we are exercising all our rights at this time and at all points in time.
What, in the Doo Hickey? How, in the Doo Hickey, did Onawa Ehawee Bey, in capitis diminutio nolo and other Article 3 Moorish American Al-Moroccan Doo Hickey, manage to get to the International Space Station?
Today, we are exercising the law by our sovereign status, which is the original indigenous natural divine sovereign ancient Article 3 living United States District for Columbia Court, and we are the sovereign fiduciaries, original creditors, executors, trustees, divine ministers, possessors, and titled trusters for all causes for action. We are peace. We are one nation, one state, one empire and one God. We hereby recognize ourselves and accept our sovereign divine ascension. We do hereby possess in our custody all land, all natural resources and all commerce. We, the true living God nation, are not at war, and we hereby exercise and demonstrating all eternal ancient original sovereign rights at this time and at all points in time, nunc pro tunc. The Federal Reserve Notes of the United States of America Corporational Company are a debt and a fraud on our nation of the Moorish American National Republic federal government, located on Northwest Amexim. Fraudulent and fictitious. That's why we accept payment only in silver and gold. All rise and stand. All rise and stand. All rise and stand, and remain standing into perpetuity.
Moving forward, regardless of form or characteristic. My nationality is Moorish.
I need it quiet. Quiet, so that I can hear my ID.
You don't need to hear your ID.
I need to get a vape cartridge for my vape. What am I going to do? My vape is dead. And if you were separated from your sister at the store, your energy was just low, and your vape was dead.
Hey, Luna, do a super chat. Don't just talk about it. Do it.
Catch me outside, how about that?
Amigos USA. Amigos USA. Brother, my brother. You are in a heap of trouble with the Moorish American National Republic Federal Government of Northwest Amexim. I am going to put a lien on you. Amigos USA. A lien, payable only in silver and gold, but not in strawman corporational company entity Federal Reserve notes. Amigos USA. Strawman corporational company entity Federal Reserve notes are a debt and a fraud. Amigos USA. For all the times that you made films about Moorish sovereign citizens. Amigos USA. Black's Law Dictionary is the law of the land. Amigos USA. Oh, and please buy one of my law classes. Only $125 per session. Payable only in silver and gold. Not in strawman corporational company entity Federal Reserve notes.
Wow! The land of make-believe.
Meanwhile, the bad orange man awaits hearing of his legal fate.
And when you are waiting for the jury to return the verdict, be blessed. court.
Title 18, 8 USC 1, 3, 2, 4. This season, I was hopped up on Morocco's. The Strawman Corporational Company colonizer judge said, either I take Morocco's or be kidnapped by the Strawman Corporational Company colonizer policy enforcers. I have to hold Mayor Brandon Johnson responsible. Brandon Johnson. Brandon Johnson. Title 18, 8 USC 1, 3, 2, 4.
Morocco's. Available only by secret prescription. Morocco's has not been proven by the FDA of the United States of America Corporational Company to counter the effects of Moorish science.
That's my purse. I don't know you. My nationality is Moorish.
Hello, my name is Robert Geis. I used to have a television show called Geisens. I have some disappointing news for my daughters Shania and Davina. I've had enough now. If the kids don't get their act together now, Carmen and I will have to throw them out.
The court calls the case of the state of Strawmanvania versus Sylvester Evans Bey. Who do we have for the defense?
For the record, on the record, my appellation is Sylvester Evans Bey, in red ink and in all lowercase letters, ex-relation Sylvester Larnell Evans Jr., in capitis minutio nolo, in propria persona sui juris, in proprio solo, and in proprio haeredis, at this time, and at all points in time, nunc pro tunc. For the record, on the record, I am here on special appearance as a beneficiary, on behalf of the Strawman estate for Sylvester Evans.
Mr. Evans Bey, if you're not wearing a head garment for religious purposes or for an illness, I am asking that you remove your garment at this time.
This is part of my spiritual awareness and awakening. Part of my indigenous belief and practices.
Okay. You are accused of driving without a driver's license, without proof of automobile registration, and without proof of liability insurance. Also, you are accused of trespassing at the Strawmanville International Airport.
Your Honor, I was not driving, I was traveling.
What, in the Doo Hickey, of a difference, would that make?
For the record, on the record, the Supreme Court of the United States of America Corporational Company said that, according to the Hendrick versus Maryland case, you don't need a driver's license to travel. It's only needed if I were to be performing an act of driving in a commercial capacity.
I believe you have misunderstood that case. Every state has a requirement to possess a driver's license to drive. The act of being behind a wheel of a personal conveyance still requires a driver's license in good standing.
For the record, on the record, that's not what Black's Law Dictionary says.
Black's Law Dictionary is just a dictionary. It just defines legal terms and nothing else. Using Black's Law Dictionary by itself is not going to get you out of a ticket.
For the record, on the record, if there are any law books available for me to use, I was unable to do so during my detention. I had no access to the library. It's where all the lies are buried.
Do you have an attorney?
For the record, on the record, I fired my court-appointed attorney. I am representing myself as in propria persona sui juris.
Mr. Evans Bey, if you wish to represent yourself as in propria persona sui juris, you will be subject to court procedure law, and be able to navigate the legal system on your own. Do you understand that?
For the record, on the record, I overstand.
Mr. Evans Bey, do you have anything to say about this matter?
For the record, on the record, I sent an affidavit. Did you receive it?
I have not received it in my office as of yet.
For the record, on the record, I don't know why you have not received my affidavit. Can I ask that this hearing would be on record? And that everything is being recorded by a court reporter?
We do not have a court reporter. We are creating an oral report.
Okay, will it be on the record?
Yes.
Will it be available for federal judges to read, if the case gets to that point?
Yes.
Okay, I did send a copy of my affidavit. I can read it to you. There is no reason that it was not received by you. The affidavit had very personal and sensitive information regarding my sovereignty as a chief of a sovereign tribe, an internationally recognized tribe.
We're not together. We never were.
I'm going to do an audit of Christi Corpus, Texas, regardless of form or characteristic.
Is there such a place called Christi Corpus?
Sir? Sir? Sir?
For the record, on the record, I am an indigenous Aboriginal Moorish national of Amexem.
I will have to assign a special forensic competency hearing to determine if you are able to assist in your own defense. By representing yourself as prosa, you run into more complications than if you had kept your original legal counsel. Counselor, will you be free on the 11th of June for the forensic competency hearing for Mr. Evans?
I should be free that day.
No, I don't want anyone at my forensic competency exam. I can do this all by myself. Especially if the questions asked don't pertain to anything illegal. If it's about questions regarding my sanity, I can do that myself.
They're only going to ask about your understanding of the legal system.
I can do that myself.
Okay, the forensic competency hearing will be Tuesday, the 11th of June. I'm not striking the existing trial date at this time. I'll leave it where it is. So, we will see you again on the 11th of June for your readiness hearing.
Will my affidavit and subpoena for out-of-state witnesses be honored?
It's not a question of whether those will be honored. As they are out of state, they cannot be honored. My judicial power ends at the Strawman-Vania state line. The same thing goes for Mr. Ianoti.
Will that be grounds for this case being removed from Strawman-Vania to the federal courts, being that I have witnesses outside Strawman-Vania who can testify on my behalf?
No. The fact that witnesses are out of state is not sufficient grounds to transfer this case to the federal system. It's a matter of diversity of the parties. This is something that you should discuss with a lawyer. I don't do federal practice. Federal practice is something that I have not even thought about since law school, to be honest. You should have this conversation with Mr. Ianoti.
Okay, but I want the witness statement suppressed. Or any testimony that they're providing. They have an incentive to provide false testimony.
So, a case that no one knows about, is that going to bias witnesses?
Based on the fact that they could be under non-disclosure agreements, which is what is going on with that case. That case is a matter of secret state privilege. You're not going to see what is going on, other than contacting Chief Justice Roberts, who will send superseding orders, as stated in my affidavit.
I suggest you write to Chief Justice Roberts.
Once I go through the appellate process, I assure you, he is paying attention to what is going on.
Okay, we will see you back here for your readiness hearing. Bail remains as previously set. Do we need a commitment order for Mr. Evans? Never mind. I have one in. The city of Strawmanville wants to be sure that it is prepared and clear on its obligations. The court is leaving the jury trial at its present date. The readiness competency exam is the 11th of June, and the city will go through its normal subpoena process, and so that the defendant is aware, he had mentioned or named Nate Littleton, head of Strawmanville International Airport, as a potential defense witness at the last hearing, but we're not going to subpoena him. That would be the obligation of the defendant. Just to be clear on that.
I would like to also subpoena the Strawmanville Airport or Bus CEO, also as a potential witness. The airport or bus goes to the airport. I would like to subpoena that guy as well.
To be clear, that's the defendant's responsibility. He would need to provide that information to the city as well.
Mr. Ianoti, are you taking notes?
You're representing yourself, in propria persona sui juris. I'll come to you and explain how you can accomplish your subpoenas.
My hands are tied inside the jail. I don't have enough paper to write with.
I can get you the paperwork needed to make your subpoenas. I can file your paperwork for you.
I want a full discovery of what the city is going to use against me. Until now, I have not received a copy of anything, and my library access is limited.
Whatever is printable, I will get it to you. If there is anything electronic,
I don't know how to get that to you though.
And what information about the trial on the 24th will I receive? I have not received anything. So much was not made clear to me.
Okay, thank you, sir. We will see you again on the 12th.
Thank you.
Sweetie, can we please not watch any more courtroom dramas today?
Yes, dear.
Can you please take a break from watching any more videos about that really bad orange man?
Yes, honey.
How about you go play with Wiggles?
He's sleeping.
Did he do his business?
I took him on a walk and he did ones and twos. He still needs work with the squirrels and chasing cars. At least he's not barking right now.
You're such a good dog, Daddy.
Amigos USA. Amigos USA. You know how disgusting it is to see two corporational company entity colonizers from the United States of America corporational company have romantic relationships. Amigos USA. Amigos USA. Any more displays of affection in this video will result in a lien on you. Amigos USA. Payable only in silver and gold. And not in Strawman Corporational Company Federal Reserve Notes. Strawman Corporational Company Federal Reserve Notes are a debt and a fraud on the Moorish homeland of Northwest Amexem. Amigos USA. Amigos USA.
Sir, could you please stop filming in here?
No, I was given special permission to film, for transparency and accountability. Regardless of form or characteristics.
What is your name?
A FOIA does not require a name. I'm making an anonymous FOIA request.
Doing a damn and refusing to brain, and lots of willy bits too. You weirdo.
Oh, snap. For rizzle, for shizzle, it's the popo pizzle. For rizzle, it's the popo pizzle.
What's going on, man?
I think I have a flat tire. I don't know how that happened. For rizzle, for shizzle.
Indeed, you do have a flat tire. What did you hit?
I don't know.
Maybe a curb. Possibly a car?
I don't know what in the hizzle happened.
Do you have your license, or summit?
Here you go.
Where were you trying to go?
The hizzle for shizzle.
Whose car is this?
My brother's.
Let me check on something. What's going on, Playboy? Hit the like button. It won't be long until I will be released from this jail cell. I'll be able to sell my trifolds again. And explain the significance of the Mullen Commission. Everyone needs to know about the Mullen Commission and its relevance with the Constitution. Later, Gator. Okay, you'll need to get out of the car. Step on out.
Why?
You have an outstanding warrant for trespassing.
Oh, man, for Rizzo. I wanted to sit in the front.
I can't let you do that.
Why not?
The police station is not far away. Are you willing to take some field sobriety tests for me?
Okay.
I'm going to run 3 tests. Can you please open your eyes?
Ugh.
Try opening your eyes a bit wider.
That's just how my eyes are.
Do you mean like those of Bunta from the Initial D cartoon? Okay, hold your feet together and your hands down by your side. Now watch my finger. Keep your eyes open.
My eyes are the way they are. For rizzle, for shizzle.
Do you have any known problems with your eyes?
I have a condition called. I don't like saying it, but it's dizzle and drizzle.
Do you mean like the 8th day with Pascal Duquesne's George?
Yeah. George wanted to see his mother, buy tennis shoes and chocolate. He threw out Harry's cell phone from the car.
Okay, just watch my finger, the tip of my finger. And don't turn your head.
Okay.
What was that? You're only supposed to follow the tip of my finger, only with your eyes. Do you want to try again?
Okay.
You need to open your eyes more. Watch my finger.
I can't help it. It's my dizzle drizzle. I've been this way since birth.
Open your eyes very wide. Well, they were wide open for a bit, then they went almost closed. Okay, let's try another test. I'll have you walk in a straight line. Do you have any known problems with your leg joints?
No.
I think it's going to be a booking.
Book him, Jacoby.
Snoop Downy Dog was booked on a DWI with a BRC of 0.34%. Hit the like button. Lord, Lord, Lord. I am Lord. My nationality is Moorish. What's up, guys? This is Auditing the USA. I'm in the North Linwood, Washington post office. According to poster number 7, I can make video if it's for news and documentary. Where is poster number 7? Oh, there it is. Now I can make video in the North Linwood post office. Hey, Luna, do a super chat. Don't just talk about it. Do it.
Are you filming?
What's that?
Are you filming in this post office?
What does it look like?
I think you are.
There's your answer.
I don't want to be filmed.
That's not my problem.
It is, when I have to walk in here. This is not a public building. It's a federal building. Please turn off your phone until the people behind the desk say that you can film in here. You don't have my permission to film in here.
I don't need your permission. We are in a public building.
This is a federal building.
You don't think this is a public building?
There are different laws for local versus federal. If I see my picture on anything, I will come after you.
How?
I'll find you.
You're going to find me?
I will find you.
Do you think so?
I just don't like being filmed.
Okay.
I will come find you if I find myself on any social media platform.
What will you do?
I will sue you.
Do you know what you'll really do? Nothing!
Why are you recording in this office?
That's my business. Never lie on a gun application, especially when substance abuse is in question.
We're not together. We never were.
My new hizzle, for rizzle, for shizzle.
Catch me outside, how about that?
This episode of the Doo Hickey, sucks, and stuff. Yeah, hey, it sucks. We, want to see chicks. Hey, that would be cool. Hey, hey, butthead. Hey, what? On MTV. Hey. I think they're playing a tribute to British Mama's Boys music. Bunch of wusses. Yeah. Hey. Wuss. The next sketch has a very poor impersonation of Ozzy Osbourne. Viewer discretion is advised.
Why? Because Ozzy.
Hey, Beavis. Do you, remember when we wrote to Ozzy? Hey. Oh yeah. That time, I was, kind of messed up and stuff. Hey.
Hello, it's me, Ozzy, the Prince of Darkness. At my age, I don't fucking remember very much, but I remember a fan letter I received way back in 1993 by some really dedicated fans. So, I thought I might read it to you.
I'm like writing to Ozzy and stuff. Whoa, cool. Hey. This is going to be cool. Yeah. Hey. Dear Ozzy, me and Beavis are writing 'cause we wanted to tell you something. Your music kicks ass. How old are you? You kick ass for being as old as you are.
I was about 45 years old at the time that I originally got that letter. It is so funny at the time. 35 years old in the music industry was considered old.
This dude said you ate a live chicken one time. Beavis put a frog in his mouth once. No buzz, though. Don't eat that burger world 'cause it's not all meat. You know how you have your name tattooed on your fingers? That's cool. Beavis was going to get his name tattooed, but not on his fingers. It wouldn't fit though. Okay, Beavis wants to talk now. Hey, butthead sucks. Hey. Okay, I'm back. Beavis is, like, messed up. Can you send us money, like $400? And a guitar. Could we borrow a midget? What do they eat? We're in school now. You probably heard of it. Highland High. It sucks. Like, here's a question. When do you ever use English once you get out of school? See how messed up it is? It's like all this totally useless crap. Okay dude, that's all for now. Send us the money right away. Don't eat any frogs, dude. Can we get some tickets?
Wow, that's got to be like the most brilliant piece of fan mail I've ever received.
My nationality is Moorish. That's my purse. I don't know you. Or you. I don't know any of you.
Oh, Wiggles, what you doing?
Orf.
Are those squirrels doing you a heck?
Orf.
Do you need to go walkies?
Arf.
Okay, I will go get the leash.
Wiggy, I heard you barking.
Woof.
Is everything okay?
Arf.
Were those squirrels doing you an annoy? Is Daddy going to take you walkies?
Orf.
Okay, but don't let the squirrels do you a heck. Daddy and I love you so much. Honey, are you going to take Wiggles out walkies?
Yes. I'll make sure the squirrels do not do him an annoy.
Make sure he does not chase cars.
Okay.
Do you want to meet me for lunch at the dog-friendly restaurant?
Okay.
See you later.
You're doing fine so far.
Woof.
Wiggles did his business. Wiggles, do you feel better now?
Orf. In case you weren't aware, I went to the police academy, and they kicked me out. I went live for my own safety. I'm with Chuck. We got cops.
It's the cops.
We got cops? Guys. We're surrounded.
What's going on today, sir?
Nothing.
Nothing?
We just pulled over to read a text message.
We're getting reports that you are looking in other people's cars.
I haven't been out of my car.
That's what we're being told.
I don't know what to tell you.
Do you have some ID?
I need it quiet. so that I can hear my ID.
You don't need to hear your ID.
Do you have some ID?
For what?
So we can identify you.
All I did was to pull over. I don't know why specifically you need my ID.
Someone has asked us. Someone pointed you out that you were looking into cars.
Okay, that's fine. But we're in a parked vehicle, so don't talk to them anymore, dude. They're trying to get your ID, you'll be under their jurisdiction. Don't give them your jurisdiction. Just let them do what they're going to do.
Okay, listen up. This is the deal. We received a call about a white male in khaki shorts, looking into cars. We want to identify you. If you let us, everything is going to be good, and you'll be on your way.
We can be on our way now.
No, because you're being detained right now.
For what crime?
Suspicion of burglary and theft.
Houston PD, guys.
What items were stolen?
What was stolen?
I didn't say anything was stolen.
You just said burglary and theft. You've got to steal something.
There is such a thing as attempted theft.
Oh my gosh! You're doing things the old school way.
Did you come all the way from California?
What made you think that?
Your car has a license plate from California.
It's possible to rent a car in Texas with a California license plate.
That's why I'm asking if you come from California.
What if our regular car is in the shop for repairs and this would be a loaner car? You wouldn't know. Our regular car could be in the shop and we could have rented a vehicle. This car could be my cousin's or my sister's. Officer Larkin could not determine if PayPal Patty or Chuck were actually from California.
God darn it, Bobby. That boy ain't right.
Are you wanting to go to jail?
No, we're wanting to leave.
Please show me your ID.
What's the penalty if I don't show ID?
A charge of failure to ID.
3802, sir. Call your sergeant. Look up Texas Statute 3802. You must identify only if detained.
We are not in California. You have to show ID even if you're not detained.
We haven't broken any laws. We can sit in the vehicle and not give ID. We're live on ZookerTube.
We don't even know if the broadcast is real.
The police are harassing innocent people in this day and age. It's still going on. Policing in America.
Houston PD, I am Sergeant Sorensen. I need you to step out of the car. Put your hands behind your back. You're under arrest under suspicion of burglary. You're also under arrest under suspicion of burglary.
Dang it, Bobby. That boy ain't right.
And now for frauded or honey boo boo.
I'm not drill or trash.
My nationality is Moorish. Hey, butthead. Hey. Why does work have to, like, suck, and stuff? Hey. I, like, don't know, Beavis. Hey. How long do we have to work today? Hey. Beavis, you dumbass. We're on late shift tonight. Hey. Don't we, like, have to go to school tomorrow, or something? We're out until late August. Oh yeah. Hey. Summer break is cool. Hey.
We're not together.
We never were.
Like, welcome to the diner, sir.
I'd like a large fry, pie, and a coffee to go, please. I didn't order, I ordered a large fry, pie, and a large coffee to go. You got that good, buddy?
If you don't stop, like, being a bunghole and stuff, I may, like, have to ban you from this establishment, or something.
Well,
if you're not Ozzy Osbourne, you sure as hell gonna be treated like dirt. Tell you what.
Hey, sister， 你看到那边的亚洲印度女士了吗？我们点牛肉吧，看看她有什么反应，尤其是当她感到不安的时候。她真的会生我们的气。拿起手机录下声音，让我们看看当我们 disturb 这位女士时会发生什么，并 record 她的反应。弟，那。
Hello, boss. What do you want to eat, boss?
你想吃什么？我想要牛肉。牛肉，他肯定会很不安的。What do you have?
What do you want to eat? We have nasi goreng, mee goreng, roti prata also have. What do you want to eat?
You give me one nasi goreng with beef.
Hello, mom. Very sorry to tell you. We prata shack never serve any beef over here. No beef at all.
You order. Do you have murtabak?
Mutton murtabak. We have the small one, big one, medium one. The small one is only $5. Very cheap.
I'd like a big one. Murtabak with beef.
Hello, boss, I tell you, we never serve any beef. You don't try to come here and disturb me, I tell you, we no beef at all.
So you don't believe in slaughtering cows?
Certainly we at Pratha Shack don't believe in killing cows. The cow is very sacred.
Hit the like button. My nationality is Moorish. That's my purse. I don't know you.
Good evening, is there a reason that you are inside this crime scene? I'm just going for a walk. At this time of the night? I'm going to need to see some ID. I need it quiet. Quiet so that I can hear my ID.
You don't need to hear your ID.
It goes against my Fourth Amendment right to show an identification card.
Catch me outside, how about that?
Sylvester Evans Bey just had his competency hearing recently in the Strawmanvania Superior Court located in Strawmanville, Strawmanvania, United States of America Corporational Company. It was not televised due to the nature of the questions asked during the hearing. He will find out if he has been found competent to continue the trial process.
Now we are calling the case of the state of Strawmanvania versus Sylvester Evans Bey, ex-relation Sylvester Evans Jr. Have both sides been able to read the competency hearing results prior to just now?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor. Do any of the parties have an objection to proceed?
For the record, on the record, I have an objection, Your Honor.
Are you objecting to the court's adoption of the evaluation?
What is the status of the evaluation? Was it competent or incompetent?
I'm not able to proceed.
So, did they find me incompetent?
Yes, incompetent.
Okay, may I please see the paperwork on that content? So that I can review it and challenge it?
If you were incompetent, everything gets dismissed. If you were found competent, everything proceeds as per Strawmanvania jurisdictional processes, policies and procedures, as legislated by the Strawmanvania State Congress and Senate, and signed into law by the governor of the state of Strawmanvania.
That's what I am asking. Did the doctor find me competent or incompetent?
Incompetent.
So, for the record, on the record, I've been found incompetent. Under what circumstances? What was his reasoning?
Delusional thinking.
For the record, on the record, what proof did he have on that?
Based on the interview that he did with you.
Okay, and since everything is dismissed, due to delusional thinking, by law, from what I read from the library, being delusional in itself is not a reason to be declared incompetent.
Because your delusions make it impossible for you to assist in your own defense, whether you represent yourself as in propria persona sui juris or not. There are two ways to find out whether someone is competent to stand trial or not competent. That they don't understand the nature of the proceedings, which you do. But you were unable to assist in your own defense, due to the delusional thinking.
With the affidavit that I sent you, that would directly refute the incompetency finding.
No, quite the contrary. It supports that you are delusional in your thinking.
The affidavit had motions that I wanted filed. Those motions proved that I wanted to be able to assist in my own defense.
Your affidavit did not give full information. In fact, it gave me half information about things that you refused to tell me in court.
For the record, on the record, I did declare, in my affidavit, that the information provided was of secret state privilege, and declared that the motions I wanted to file, I did not have access to the law library to get the proper documentation.
I am adopting the evaluation over your objection, and finding that you are unable to proceed in these matters. The pretrial cases are dismissed, and all of the reviews are closed, pending further finding of your ability to proceed. The evaluator did not find any reason for you to be re-evaluated, so you are to be released today. You are welcome to appeal this finding. If you come back to the court clerks can tell you how to do that. They can show you what paperwork you would need to file.
So, for the record, on the record, I will be released from jail today?
Correct.
Can I get the paperwork for the evaluation from the doctor?
You represent yourself, so you should have a right to it.
How do I get that paperwork?
Mr. Yanodi, are you able to print out that information to send to Mr. Evans Bey?
I can print it off, to give to the officers, and give it to him.
We'll get it to you today.
He'll get those papers today. Okay. And, for the record, on the record, I want to file a notice to the Strawmanshire Supreme Court.
You need to file those in the Strawmanshire Superior Court.
For the record, on the record, I understand that, but I want to bypass the Superior Court and go directly to the Supreme Court, due to the circumstances and the nature of the judgment.
Okay, you can try to do that.
For the record, on the record, I want it noted on the record.
You have to actually file it, either by yourself, or through Mr. Yanodi. Otherwise, noting the intent to go to the Supreme Court for an appeal means nothing. You have to file a notice.
For the record, on the record, that is impossible to do inside jail. So when you sign my release, then I have to make the appeal?
That is correct. You have 30 days to make your filing.
Okay.
You are still trespassed from the Strawmanville International Airport. That ruling still stands. That is the airport's trespass notice. If you violate that, you can be kidnapped again.
Even if I'm there for personal travel, can I be kidnapped again?
You can go there, but you would have to comply with their rules and regulations in order to travel. I cannot specifically give you information as to what that constitutes, because you need to look at your trespass notice.
For the record, on the record, I was on legitimate travel at the time I received the trespass notice.
We're done with this case. You don't owe me any explanations. I am telling you, the trespass order is still out there. Okay. I'm just letting you know.
Okay, so I can be kidnapped under false premises? Because they said I confessed in this case, but that is not true.
I'm telling you, the trespass notice at the airport is still in effect. That's all I'm telling you.
Also, for the record, on the record, I want to fire Mr. Yanodi.
Mr. Yanodi is just backup counsel. He does not directly represent you. We have gone through that many times. He does not directly represent you.
Is he going to give me the paperwork that I will need for these proceedings?
Yes.
And the evaluation as well, from the doctor?
He should be able to do so. Mr. Yanodi said he would print that out for you.
Okay.
My child, this is your prophet, noble Jawali, from up above. My child, your foolish actions have caused you to be kidnapped by the Strawman Corporational Company Entity Policy Enforcers, and ended up in Strawman Corporational Company Entity Jail. My child, the Strawman Corporational Company Entity Judge has declared you incompetent to stand trial, and is releasing you. My child, accept the incompetent evaluation result and get out of the courtroom. Do not try to appeal the ruling. It is the best ruling that you can hope for. I command you.
What is happening with the review cases? I guess I have not heard anything. They are all closed, pending a finding of further to proceed. What does that mean? That means that no further conditions can be imposed, because of a finding of unable to proceed.
So they can be reopened later.
They can.
So, for the record, on the record, I can have a warrant, and not even know it.
No, you would have to get notice of a hearing.
For the record, on the record, this last time, I did not receive a notice of the hearing, and I was kidnapped due to not knowing about the hearing, as failed to appear.
That is why it is so important to have your geographical location up to date.
For the record, on the record, I do a lot of moving, so I therefore do not have a steady address that I can use. That is how we got into that position the first time.
If you're not going to let us know how we can get in touch with you, then you can't complain when you do not receive the notice.
For the record, on the record, I have email. Would the court be able to contact me by email?
We do have it listed.
For the record, on the record, I never received an electronic notice to show up for the hearing.
Okay, we will make a note, email only.
I'm confused. Is this case open or closed?
It's closed. He is unable to proceed.
I'm confused by that. The conditions seem to be invalidated by the declaration that Mr. Evans Bey is incompetent, but the conditions at the airport are still such that he is still subject to the trespass order.
I cannot anymore, due to the incompetent finding. I cannot impose the conditions. I can only advise that the trespass order still stands, but I cannot make any further impositions due to the incompetency.
The conditions were already imposed, though.
I know, and everything is stayed.
Can we say that the case is open but stayed?
Yes, I believe that would be a better way to put it. But it's practically closed, pending a further finding of able to proceed.
And would I be able to subpoena any grand jury proceedings that have taken place as well?
There are no grand juries in courts of limited jurisdiction. Definitely none in Strawmanvania at all, other than at the federal level.
Okay. The next few minutes of this proceeding was just a repeat of what happened before.
Mr. Evans Bey was soon released from the Strawman Corporational Company Entity Courtroom and his release was signed.
Stay away from Moorish science. It will ruin your life.
And now for assessing B as O clown, regardless of form or characteristic.
Moving forward, regardless of form or characteristic. This is your favorite auditor. Audit them, the one who encourages you to audit them. I'm making a FOIA request, regardless of form or characteristic. My nationality is Moorish.
Hill? Bobby Hill?
Yes.
You're being released. It's time to go.
Literally, I had the longest night ever. I just got released from the Harris County Jail. Long story short, last night, Chuck and I were out, and we weren't committing any crimes. We weren't breaking the law or anything, and we had our rights violated by the HPD. HPD violated our rights. HPD unlawfully detained us. According to 3802, we don't have to identify ourselves unless we're being arrested. They pulled us out of our car. They told us to step out. We got out, they went into our pockets without our consent, they did an unlawful search and seizure of our property. I wasn't charged with anything, because we were filming or recording or anything like that. Unfortunately, I had some ticket warrants that I said I would pay, but the police said I had not paid them in the time given. It's close to $1,000 in tickets. I had to pay regardless of the situation. The police found out about my tickets was by violating my civil rights in order to get my ID. They did that without my consent. It was very rough in jail, guys. I did not eat any of the jail food. I appreciate all you guys supporting me and helping me get back on live stream. I didn't plan on getting arrested last night. Some of you will yell at me for speaking to the police, but there's a time to remain silent and a time to speak. And I felt personally, as the person facing criminal acts by tyrants, that it was my time to speak. I was well within my rights to speak. I'm going to speak to my attorney, turn in my body cam footage, and will also subpoena HPD's footage. When they run their body cam, and it's not attached to a criminal offense, and it's not attached to a case, it's much easier to do a FOIA request. The police don't have an excuse not to release it. It was an unlawful detention. The police tried to turn our body cams off. Being in jail was a pain in the butt. HPD is going to be slapped with a lawsuit.
PayPal Patty/Princess Patikig/Bobby Hill continued on about how he will sue the Houston police.
And if you had to spend the night in a local jail, your energy was just low.
Hey, Luna, where's your super chat? I need money for Taco Bell. Arf.
Oh, Wiggles, watch it doing.
Orf.
Let me finish this database update and have it executed by my colleagues, and we can go walkies.
Wharf.
Ayan comes to Strawmanvania from Singapore.
Good morning, ma'am. Where are you coming from?
Singapore.
May I see your declaration card?
Okay.
Okay, when I checked your luggage with the x-ray, I see an image of some organic material. It says on your declaration card that you are not bringing in any food.
It's only for my personal use.
If you're bringing in any food, you must declare it. Food from Southeast Asia, especially non-commercially packaged food, may contain diseases that we don't have in Strawmanvania.
Then what should I do?
I will have to confiscate the food, have it destroyed. I am going to have to assess a $100 fine today, and if you can't pay it today, you have up to 21 days to pay it, or upon exit, whichever is sooner.
$100. How Limbo can pay?
If you don't have $100, we can take $140 or $150 depending on the day's exchange rate.
看你哪不超700
Orf.
Wiggles, are you ready to go walkies?
Arf.
Let's do a tongue twister before we go. Okay?
Wharf.
How many cans can a canner can if a canner can cans? A canner can as many cans as a canner can, if a canner can cans.
Oh, 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 oh.
Very good. Want a triado?
That's his purse. He doesn't know you.
Oh, Wiggles, watch it doing. Do you want to go bye-bye?
Orf.
Wiggles, don't bark at people just passing by. If you want chimkin, you need to behave yourself.
Orf.
We're not together. We never were.
Don't you bloody dare use any of my music for your presidential campaign.
Orf.
Wiggles, were you a good boy today?
Arf.
Do you want some chimkin? They're having a special on chimkin nuggets today.
Woof. Woof.
I know that you like chimkin. Honey, How did Wiggles do?
He was very good since I took him out walkies this morning.
Can we give him some chimkin?
He was a good boy today, so, yes.
We're at the end of the season. We still don't have our latest edition of Black's Law Dictionary, so I might not see the man with the dreadlocks for a while. In the meantime, don't forget that according to Strawmanvania vs. Evans Bey, delusional thinking, in and of itself, is grounds for an incompetency evaluation result.
The Doo Hickey Season 2 is ending its season, just in time for the Colorado 4th Congressional District U.S. House primary, June 2024. And with the Colorado 4th Congressional District election, so far the results are too close to call.
Thank you for a great second season of the Doo Hickey, and see you back in September for Season 3.
Regardless of form or characteristic.
I'm not the honey boo boo of frauditing. I'm not drill or trash.